Well, here's an article I ran into recently on unemployment. It's the federal unemployment is going to disappear soon. The pandemic unemployment. So it's something like September 6th, 7th, 8th, something like that. And so 7 or 8 million people are going to lose unemployment. But that the state unemployment still stays. So this article talks about this because people, how long is it going to last? Well, most states in their regular unemployment will only last about 26 weeks. Some are smaller, but that's about what all the states go. And there's a listing here. But on September 6th, the new pandemic unemployment, that's for the gig economy workers and the freelancers and all the other stuff, that's going to go away. But maybe something will happen. Some things on the states are happening a little bit, but that's going to be going away. But what you have to do is start looking for other stuff. Even if your unemployment lost, you didn't get any check for the last 3 months. There's another federal program called, look at, I am a stupid old man. I forget, trade adjustment assistance for workers, right? And that is 2 years of unemployment. So if you could figure out how you lost your job because of outsourcing or anything to do with that somebody overseas screwed up your job, you get two years of unemployment. You get like $15,000 average of training money. So that's to go back to school or anything, plus unemployment. You get about $1,000, $2,000 of travel money, not travel, but relocate. You want to go to another city and things like that, all this stuff, but 2 years unemployment. Also, they give you, if you have to take a lower paying job, they'll give you extra money, like $5,000 a year, $10,000, to make up the difference because you went into a lower paying job. Now, this is probably the biggest benefit I've ever seen to individuals, besides that $600 a week they were giving out for a while. That was awfully nice. But it's Trade Adjustment Assistance Program. What you do is you go to, here's actually a place to go first. If you go to the Department of Labor, DOL.gov, and you're looking for the Rapid Response Services for workers. So if you're unemployed, they have something similar in every county. But look at the federal, because that's where you get a good information about the Trade Adjustment Assistance Unemployment Program. See, what the government calls it and what it really is nothing. It's so different. That's why I like to take their words and put, hey, you're going to get an extra, $400, $500, $600, $700 a week for 2 years. That's what this program is. Trade adjustment. What the hell is that? Okay. But anyway, you get back to find out about the rapid response services for workers. See, that's another thing. Yeah, people need a job real fast. Okay. See, and that's available at your county level. You have career counseling and job search assistance. Everybody gets that for free, no matter if you're trade adjustment assistance or any kind of, you need a job. Resume preparation and interviewing skills workshop. Now that's interesting for a lot of people. You've been out of work for 2 years. You're going to know. Some of the people I know have been out of work for 20 years. And that's it. A local labor market, facts and figure. Who's hiring, who's not hiring, what are the best jobs that are growing. Unemployment insurance, they know about the programs, where you live. So they help you play. They can help you applying to this trade adjustment assistance program. But, people don't know how to ask, so you got to ask to get it. Education and training opportunities. Now that's a huge thing, I think, because that's what you really need nowadays is the training to get it. You don't need a degree so much for certain jobs, of course you do. But you're trying to make a living or whatever. You need training. Short-term education, and that's what they pay for that. They pay for some colleges, but it's not as much as training program. Also, health benefits and pensions. Oh, by the way, the trade adjustment system also pays for your health benefits. Now that's pretty cool. But there's a good article that I'll put in the what do you call it? Underneath the description, a nonprofit organization that describes all this stuff. And so look at this to see if this makes sense for you to ask. But if you have to ask, you just go to your Career One Stop and ask. Improving the trade adjustment assistance in response to the pandemic. So they're actually making some adjustments to it now. So it may even be better than what I'm telling you about. So you check with the horse's mouth. Don't believe me, because these things change all the time. But I'll put this link in here. It tells you about the trade adjustment. It tells you about the retraining. It tells you about the continued health care benefits. It tells you about the wage insurance. That's where they get extra money if your new job doesn't pay you enough. They tell you about the relocation and job search allowances. Hey, that's pretty cool, isn't it? So all that. So it's in English, and you don't have to worry about the bureaucrats. But another thing that you're looking, if you're hurting for money and need a better job, is there a couple of places to go. One is your 211.org. Now, this is, if you put in, like I put in here, for job training. Okay, I put in job training, my zip code, and I got 50, 60, 70, 80 programs just for job training for you to get a better job in the zip code. And it's maybe about 10, 15. You put in how many miles you want to look. Now, there's another similar. Now, what's nice about 211, you could call them. But there's another website I like, and that's called Find Help. That's another nonprofit organization, findhelp.org. And if you put in like education here up on the top, and over here put skills and training. Now here, look at the skills and training over here. Computer classes. You're a little computer shy? Well, here's nonprofit organizations that teach you how to use computers or get certificates in programs or even cybersecurity, all kinds of things. These are nonprofit classes. If you go and Google, I want to learn computer, you're going to get people going to charge $1,000, $500, $5,000, $50,000 for that. No, you go here. Okay, here's another specialized training. Okay, actually they have 16 programs in where I live in Maryland on just computer classes, and then they have 27 on specialized training schools. So when you click that, then you have the people culinary training program. So free 16-week culinary training program. Wow, how would you know that? I wouldn't. That's why you have to know what that entrepreneur training for success. Wow. Empowering women. So this is for women. See, how do you know these things? You don't. Boots to Suits. Not sure what that is. Puss in Boots, maybe? I don't know. Psychiatric rehabilitation program for adults. So these are all special programs for training people to get better jobs. That's what it's all about. You need the skills, get the job. Summer internship program, vocational services, trade adjustment assistant. Remember that? See, your eyes will glass over it. But if I tell you 2 weeks of getting $500 a week for 2 years, 2 years getting $500 a week, plus $13,000 of training, plus money to investigate jobs all over the country. See, that's the kind of help it's all. Everything I tell you about is free. If you call them up and they say, no, it charged money, then I screwed up. And I've been known to do that occasionally. As I get older, it's sneaking in a little more. So check out this stuff yourself. Don't believe me or anybody else on the internet. Believe the people that are giving out the money. They're the only things you can trust because they're going to give you the money. Anything I say or anybody else says, we're guessing. So go to the horse's mouth. And it's just a phone call away. Well, I don't know if you see me around, but I've been studying government programs for 40 or 50 years. Man, I'm an old guy. But since the beginning, I always thought the government should have one place that we could find out what government programs will help us in our life. And what happens when the bureaucracy gets involved, they got all kinds of things going on, and they don't even see what they have is so important for many different things. And so that's what I feel I do. I take what the government says they have for free. I read it, find out, hey, how an individual could use that. and then put it in a format so the average person to use. Because I mean, one of my favorite examples from the beginning was we have something called the Urban Homesteading Act. Well, I don't want to know about that, but when you read it, it's really houses for $1. So what I'm doing now, and have done for 40 years, is categorizing tens of thousands and thousands and thousands of programs into areas that you could really help, that really can help you in your daily life. So now in this new product I have, which is called Let'sGoReports.com, and I put them all into individual, categories that help you live a better life. And I'm charging only $5.95. See, I think they should be free, but I gotta keep doing this research. I gotta get paid. So I've categorized them so you could download them for $5.95 a piece. And there's one on bills, debt, and credit. So all the problems you have, paying your bills, getting out of debt, fixing up your credit, things like that, and there's